Hey y'all. Oh, a kind of silly question. Do you think that it is possible for me to fit through this piece of paper, this index card? And I don't mean just like poke a hole or get my whole body. Do you think it's possible for me to fit through this piece of paper? I know what you're thinking. I sound so silly. But what if I told you there is a way for me to do it? How do you think that would be possible? What do I need to do? Think about that. So the cool thing about paper is we can change it. How can we change it? Well, I can rip it. I can use scissors and cut it. I can tape it and glue it. But this is the challenge. There's no tape, no glue allowed. But cutting is allowed. So with some scissors, I'm gonna have a chance to cut this index card so I can fit through it. Okay, so what if I just cut all the way around and then make it like this? Oh gosh, my cutting skills are not that amazing. It's okay. I mean, my arm fits through it, but I said my whole body, didn't I? And I think if I can't even get over my head without it almost ripping. So, do you think there's a special way for me to cut this so that I can fit through? Just think about it. If you need to pause it to really think about it, go ahead and do so. Because then I have a special trick that is going to blow your mind. All right, y'all. So I grabbed a new one. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to fold it in half lengthwise. So, we always talk about hot dog or hamburger style. So I'm gonna fold it hot dog style. Like this. And we're gonna be able to make some fancy cuts. So that way, I can fit through this entire piece of paper. All right, I'm gonna go step by step. And if you want, you can follow along. Or you can watch and then come back and try it later. Up to you. So I have my paper folded in half. And the very first thing I do is I need to make 2 cuts. And I'm gonna cut starting on the side that is folded. And I don't wanna cut all the way because then my paper falls off. So let me show you what I mean. I'm gonna make my cut starting right about here. And I'm gonna stop, boom, right there. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. I now have these 2 cuts that I made starting on the folded side, going up towards the side that opens. But remember, we didn't wanna go all the way up because then our paper just falls off and that's not gonna help me get through this piece of paper. All right, let me tell you what's next. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make alternating cuts, which means I'm going to flip it and I'm going to cut from the side that is able to open. We're still not going the whole way because we know that means we'll just cut off a piece of the paper and we want it to stay attached. So let me show you what I mean. So I now have another cut. I did not go all the way. And remember, alternating. So I flip it back again and I'm gonna make another cut. Not going too far. And I'm gonna keep going, okay? And I'm gonna make this part go by really, really fast. But if you need help, you can just rewind and keep watching the same little part. All right, so we've made our cuts and you're left with something like this. Now there's one more step we have with cutting before we are ready to make it through this piece of paper. So we have to, on the folded side, make some cuts. Now this is the really important part. We do not want to cut these first 2, these end pieces, the first ones that we cut. So we're gonna make sure we skip those, okay? But everything in between on the folded side, we are going to cut. Let me show you. So I'm skipping this first one, but I'm gonna go right here and I'm going to cut and cut all the way across. And remember, the last one we are also leaving attached. Oh man, I can't get this last one. Here we go. Okay, so we cut our loops except for these last two right here. All right, let's see if it's gonna work. We are now done cutting. It is time for us to open it up. Very carefully, we're gonna open it up. And you notice, it looks a lot like this. And our next job is to carefully stretch it out. We don't wanna pull too hard because it is still paper and it can rip if we're not careful with it. So I got it stretched out and I was able to get it to go pretty big. So, do you think I can get my whole body to go through it? Let me try it out. I don't know. Okay, don't make fun of me. I'm sure I'm gonna look a little silly doing it, but I think we did something, y'all. I think this is gonna work. All right, so I'm standing up. I'm gonna be super careful. I got it to go over my head, over my arm, over my other arm. Woo! Kind of looks like a little belt now. Okay, and all the way down. Boom! Guys, didn't break. And I took one piece of paper and I was able to get my whole body through it. Who would have thought? All right, well, I don't know about you guys, but I thought that was pretty neat. If you have a chance, you should try it at home. It is so crazy to see how we can take an index card like this and turn it into something like this. You can wear it as a necklace if you want, whatever floats your boat. If you try it out, send me pictures, send me videos. I can't wait to see. I love you guys.